Hello, Seahawks. This is Holly McGrory reporting to you from UNCW with founder of The Onion, Scott Dikkers. Scott is also a New York Times bestselling author as well as a public speaker. So, your political views and blunt and hilarious perspectives have really kept the millennial generation engaged. But I hear some Seahawks around campus aren't passionate about either candidate, so they don't see the point in voting. What would your advice be to them?
I guess my advice would be to look back at history and see what has happened when we have elected bullies and people who brag and people who threaten violence, political violence. It doesn't end well. You end up with somebody like a Mussolini or a Hitler. In fact, we know that Donald Trump for many years slept with a copy of Hitler's speeches under his pillow. So given that choice and given that North Carolina is a swing state, I don't care what you think about Hillary Clinton. I really don't. But we can't have Donald Trump. We cannot have Donald Trump as a president. So often we say that those who are ignorant of history are doomed to repeat it. But the sad reality here is that there are a lot of people in America who don't know anything about history, and they're like, hey, Trump, he's strong. But the problem with that is that all of us who do know something about history, we're going to be doomed to repeat it because of those people. So help us out, North Carolina. Don't vote for don't vote for Donald Trump. Vote and vote for somebody, anybody else.
The ignorance of history, again, paralleling to Hitler, was really similar to World War II, which is why they wanted to document it so much. So you definitely have a good perspective there. As far as doing what you love for your life and your career, what advice do you have to students who want to do that as well? Not just in comedy, but really taking their passion and turning it into really an empire is what you've created.
Well, thank you. I would say that once you find what you want to do and you can summon a passion for it, you need to start doing it. You can't wait for permission. You can't wait to have enough money. You can't wait for any other excuse that you might come up with. You know, I gotta have the energy. I'll do it tomorrow, whatever. Just start doing it and do it repeatedly. Get good at it. Practice at it. And immerse yourself in it, just 1,000%. Once you do that, at least I've found in this industry, what you do is you kind of create a center of gravity that draws people to you, that makes them want to help you. It makes you a force of nature in this field that you've chosen. And once you draw a team, then you've got so much more power backing up your vision and what you want to do. And you're going to learn so much, and you're going to get so much better as time goes on. That's really the foundation of any successful career or any successful business, is to do what you love and do it passionately and just don't stop doing it.
You heard it here first. People who want to be pro surfers, keep skipping your classes, immerse yourself in that ocean.
Absolutely.
And as far as the transition from print to digital for The Onion, I know you're no longer with them, but do you foresee any newspapers kind of making that transition? I know some are in both parallels, but some are talking about solely doing digital. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a trend that's been happening. We saw Newsweek get rid of its print. The Onion got rid of its print edition. I think print is still going to be around, but the trend is very obvious that print is expensive and it's just not viable anymore. So it doesn't worry me, except that in the apocalypse, when all the power is out, how are we going to get news? You know, it's got to be printed on something.
And then my last and final question for you: if you were running for president, what would be your slogan and why?
Well, first of all, I will not and should not ever run for president. Because we shouldn't hire somebody in the humor business.
Hypothetically, let's dream here.
You know, I've never thought about it. So
was that a curveball for you?
Yeah, no, it's totally curveball. So I have no idea what my slogan would be. Maybe it would be something like, seriously, vote for the other guy. Because I don't want this job. I'm not the guy.
Okay, our not next president, Scott Dikkers. I'm Holly McGrory. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.